Hey gang, Sally here. Hope you're having an amazing and fascinating day. I know I am. I'm actually in front of the editing station pretty early this morning. It's just 7 o'clock, so the sun's not even really up yet. It's getting there, but it's not quite there. So sorry about the lighting, is what it is. Pretty excited about this video today and the next one coming up. I finally get to the geographical extremes in the very northeast part of the country. It's been a long time coming. Took me 2 months basically to get from the middle of Kansas, or from Kansas, which is the center of the geographical United States, all the way up to Fort Kent, where I'll be today, Madawaska, Van Buren, and Van Hamlin, no, Van Buren and Hamlin. So, what you're going to see in this video are all of the places where I was able to get out and walk around, but in the other places I was only able to drive up to the border and turn around. So you might want to watch the driving video from this day as well. We end up spending the night at Presque Isle. You won't see that in this video. That'll be in the next one, in the unedited driving day video. So, as always, thanks to my channel members so much for being here. If you want to consider becoming one, there'll be a QR code right there that you can click on, and we'd love to have you join that tribe as well. If you're just new here, please consider subscribing. Share the video with somebody you think might get something out of it. Likes, comments, all that good stuff. And thank you again so much for being here. Let's roll the intro and get right into this.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
Well, I just found a piece of video from the previous night where we stayed at the Eagle Lake Wayside Rest Area. So we're going to start off with that because it was really quite pretty and very nice there, and it sets the stage for what we're getting into as we're visiting the geographical extremes. So we're starting in Eagle Lake, not in Fort Kent, but we'll get to Fort Kent and Madawaska and Van Buren, and Hamlin. I don't know why I have so much trouble with those last two, but I do. Well, this is only the second time I've spent at a rest area. Pretty nice, huh? I think I can live with this one. I'm parked over there, and got the generator running. It has been cloudy for days, and that's definitely been an issue for me. There's Kit. So I decided to just suck it up and run the generator and get charged back up and then see where we land, because it's going to be raining for most of the next 2 days. And I thought, I was down so far. I actually ran the generator for an hour this morning before we left. And then because it's been, super cloudy all day, I wasn't really very charged up. So I decided to go ahead and get back up to 100%. And then we'll see how much I need to run it over the next few days. And I think after day after tomorrow, it's supposed to be sunny again. I hope, because I like sun. I like warmer weather too. It's 6 o'clock in the evening and it's already down to like 52 degrees. So it's fine. I mean, it's not that big a deal. And I do have enough clothing to be able to deal with it. Look at these pretty berries. Look at that. And look at these pretty little flowers. And look at Kit. What are you doing, Kit? What'd you find? Leave it. Good boy, good, leave it. Good, leave it. So we're just going to walk for a few minutes because we've been driving pretty much all day. And then it started raining shortly after I got here, so I figure why go out in the rain if we don't have to? I lost my Kit. There he is. There he is. So we're going to take a little walk. And then I want to reevaluate my plans for tomorrow. I was thinking originally I was going to stay here for 2 nights. But I think I'll be able to leave in the morning and get at least a few of the things seen that I want to without it being pouring down rain. Tomorrow is going to be the worst day. Oh, because I think, if I remember correctly, I'm going to end up in a Walmart tomorrow night. And then basically I'm driving from that Walmart to another Walmart for the next night and not really doing anything in between. So I'm thinking I might just go ahead and go in the morning. And I don't know if this is a private drive or not. I don't think it is. We're going to go find out. Because I think there's a pretty nice view of the water down here. Yeah, this might be private. I think it's probably private. I don't think we'll go down there. That would be rude. Nice view of the lake they've got, though. So I figure if I'm going to end up in a rest area, this isn't too bad. Oh, because once again, iOverlander is an epic fail. From my perspective, when you go to a site that's on iOverlander as being an epic boondocking location, it is, it's on the lake. But I pulled in, and it's clearly marked, no camping in this area. It's like, really, people? Why would you put that on iOverlander and encourage other people to go and be disrespectful of the law? Why would you do that? I certainly don't understand. But it is what it is. It's become my new favorite saying lately. And see, I was able to back up pretty far over the curb, so I'm not sticking out too far. There were 2 cars here when I got here.
The next day.
Okay. Well, I saw a sign that said only customers of whatever the name of the thing is can go down this road, and spectators come to the right where I am. It's moose tagging. I'm not sure I know what that means, but this guy over here in this trailer definitely has moose antlers there, and this guy in the pickup truck definitely has a moose. So I haven't seen a live moose, but I get to see 2 dead ones now. I guess it's moose hunting season. Go figure. We're here at Fort Kent in Maine, and this was designated a National Historic Landmark by the National Park Service in 1974. Ooh, bees. And there is a passport station here, but looks like it's been vandalized pretty significantly. All right, let's go get the story and back up and show you what we're looking at. Nice facility. Now, interestingly, this is a state historic site and has an entrance fee, but since it's also a national historic site and I have a pass, I don't think I have to pay. Look at this. This is Fort Kent. So we're going to start with the Aroostook War. It was an undeclared bloodless war that occurred in 1839. The peace treaty that ended the American Revolution in 1783 had not satisfactorily determined the boundary between New Brunswick and what is now Maine. The boundary dispute worsened after Maine gained statehood, and disregarding British claims, began granting land to settlers in the valley of the Aroostook River. There's the first moose leaving. That's a big animal. Canadian lumberjacks entered the Aroostook region to cut timber during the winter of 1838 to 39, and in February they seized the American land agent who had been dispatched to expel them. The war was now underway. Maine and New Brunswick called out their militiamen, and the U.S. Congress, at the instigation of Maine, authorized a force of 50,000 men and appropriated $10 million to meet the emergency. That's a lot of men and money in the mid-1830s. Maine actually sent 10,000 troops to the disputed area. U.S. President Martin Van Buren dispatched General Winfield Scott to the war zone. War is in quotation marks here, guys. And Scott arranged an agreement in March of 1839 between officials of Maine and New Brunswick that averted actual fighting. Britain agreed to refer the dispute to a boundary commission, and in 1842 the Webster-Ashburton Treaty settled the matter. The compromise reached by that treaty awarded 7,015 square miles to the United States and 5,012 to Great Britain. Retention by the British of the northern area assured them of year-round overland military communications with Montreal. Webster used a map said to have been marked with a red line by Benjamin Franklin at Paris in 1782 in persuading Maine and Massachusetts to accept the agreement. Britain agreed to pay these states $150,000 each, while the United States agreed to reimburse Britain for expenses incurred defending the area against encroachment. So, if you look at the map, you can see the boundary established by the Webster-Ashburton Treaty in 1842, the boundary claimed by the United States on the red line, and the boundary claimed by Great Britain on the yellow line. Pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to be this far north, actually. The Aroostook War fighting song. We are marching on to Madawaska to fight the trespassers. We'll teach the British how to walk and come off conquerors. We'll have our land right good and clear, for all the English say, they shall not cut another log nor stay another day. They need not think to have our land, we Yankees can fight well. We've whipped them twice most manfully, as every child can tell. And if the tyrants say one word, a third time we will show how high the Yankee spirit runs and what our guns can do. They'd better much all stay at home and mind their business there. The way we treated them before made all the nation stare. Come on, brace fellows, one and all, the redcoats ne'er shall say. We Yankees feared to meet them armed, so gave our land away. We'll feed them well with ball and shot. We'll cut these redcoats down before we yield to them an inch of or title of our ground. Ye husbands, fathers, brothers, sons, from every quarter come. March to the bugle and the fife, march to the beating drum. Onward, my lads, so brave and true, our country's rights demands. With justice and with glory fight for these Aroostook lands. That was written in Bangor, February 21st, 1839. So that's the basic story of the war. And then we've got the Fort Kent blockhouse here. So in 1838 to 1841, the Fort Kent blockhouse is the only surviving American fortification associated with the Aroostook War of 1838 to 1839, a tense but ultimately bloodless border dispute between New Brunswick and Maine. Constructed between 1838 and 1840, its use has changed over the years, but this fascinating building stands as a reminder of the region's rich and wide-ranging heritage. It was built and occupied by civilian posse of the state of Maine until its command was given to U.S. Army Captain Lucien Bonaparte Webster in September of 1841. At that time, the fort consisted of the blockhouse, officers' quarters, a hospital, and log huts for the laundresses of the company. Sorry, it's really cold. Fort Kent was abandoned as a military post in 1843 after the Webster-Ashburton Treaty, which finally settled the boundary dispute. Blockhouse became Mary Page's home for 33 years after she paid $250 to the state of Maine to purchase it in 1857. So it was used as a private home until 1890. And lumber operator Bartlett Mallet sold the blockhouse to the state of Maine in 1891 with the understanding that it would be protected as an historic site. Few major changes have been made to the blockhouse since, but they include the removal of the original dormers in 1926, rebuilt in 2007, and the clapboard sheathing that once covered the exterior walls of the second floor in the 1950s. Today, the Fort Kent blockhouse is a National Historic Landmark and is listed in the National Register of Historic Places, as we just saw. So, if you take a look at the signboard, the sketch made in the early days of the blockhouse reveals the area and activity around it in 1842. Here's when it was converted into a private home, and 1859 shows the second floor with clapboard sheathing, and the mine-like entrance to the powder magazine was still visible. And then this is viewed from the south side in 1973. So let's just see what else is here. So the post says Treaty of Washington. August 19th, 1842, U.S. Island. Okay, that's interesting. So we've got the steps that go up here, which, you know, obviously weren't original. I wonder if we can get a view inside or not. I certainly can't, but let's see if the camera can. Oh, maybe. Cool. Sorry about the sniffing, guys. It's pretty chilly. Pretty chilly. In fact, I have my winter jacket on. And of course we have all these people who felt compelled to carve their initials and so forth into the walls. See if we can get anything other than my reflection from this side. Oh, that's pretty good. Cool. Okay, so now, oh, look who has the zoomies. Look who has the zoomies. So I want to show you this sign that I saw when I saw the truck and trailer drive in with the moose on it. Things you never see further south. Can't leave it. Moose tagging to the left, spectator parking to the right. Only customers of SW Collins or moose hunters are allowed. Please no spectators. Yeah, never seen anything like that before. Okay, and then we've got this monument over here, and that looks like ship masts. So we're gonna go see. Got an anchor and a bell. In memory of Robert Jalbert for dedicated service to the Fort Kent Blockhouse Park and Troop 189. Special thanks to Don Michaud and David Dagley. Somebody named Dagley is running for some office. I keep seeing political signs up. And then this side over here said Trading Post Information Center. So we're going to go take a look in there and see what we can see. And down this lane, it says picnic area. But I looked at this hump and I thought, yeah, probably not. And looking down there, that looks like really low and encroaching trees, so definitely not for me. And I just see here it says one way do not enter, so I guess I'm going out that way. Is this open? Sorry, we're closed. Okay. Weather prediction apparatus. If rock sways beyond tripod, it's windy. If rock is wet, it's raining. If rock is white, it's snowing. If rock is difficult to see, it's foggy. There you have it. All right, I think our work here is done. All right, Kit Kat. We're going to get on our way to our next destination, which is going to be the northernmost point that you can drive in the contiguous United States. And we've already been to the Canadian border this morning, which is where US 1 begins. So that's cool. All right, I'm going to maybe be a scofflaw and let him run around for a few minutes. Come here, Kit. This guy just pulled in and turned around and he's leaving. We're just about a mile south of the Canadian border, probably more like half a mile actually. And that's where US 1 starts, right there at the Canadian border. So we already went by. That train is now stopped and backing up. Awesome, we could be here a while. We went all the way up to the border and started recording from there coming south. And we've also visited the Fort Kent Historic Site today. Wonder how far that train's gonna back up. Interesting. All right, this is it. It's official. Madawaska, Maine, Four Corners Park. So this is one of the four corners, I probably could have come up here, of the contiguous United States. Our archway heroes, so these are the people from the area that contributed to building the archway, with the sign that says, "Ride safe." So it's a big iron butt thing to ride all four corners of the contiguous US. So pretty cool. They got the sign up here. Madawaska, Maine, where we are now. Key West, which we're heading to. San Ysidro I've been to. And I'm planning to get to Blaine, Washington next summer, and that way I will have completed all four corners. Now, in the biking world, it's typically done in one single ride. In my RV life, yeah, I'm gonna be however long it takes to get there, because really my RV life is one single ride, so there's that. Look at this. All these donators got their memory plaques. Welcome to the Madawaska Four Corners Park. In 1983, the Southern California Motorcycle Association decided to sponsor a motorcycle tour. Motorcyclists who would like to attempt the tour register at www.usa4corners.org, receive their tour package, and begin their adventure. The four official checkpoints are Blaine, Washington, San Ysidro, California, Key West, Florida, and Madawaska, Maine. Riders are allowed 21 days total to complete this event. I'm taking more like 2.5 years. Not quite that long. Submitting your postmarked envelope provided by the SCMA at each checkpoint verifies your arrival. In 2004, a small group of volunteers from Madawaska got together to start a fundraising effort to build the Madawaska Four Corners Park. In 2007, the dream became a reality as the Hardy Group began construction of the park you see before you. Ongoing construction is made possible in part by donations and sales of the unique granite pavers seen throughout the park. This is the only park in the world of this nature where motorcyclists are able to have engraved in granite their passion for motorcycling by having their name, make of bike, town or city, etc. on a paver in the park. The reddish pavers are sold exclusively to Four Corners tour finishers. Gray pavers are sold to anyone wishing to have a part in this wonderful park. The Four Corners Association would like to thank everyone who has donated their time or materials to make this park a gem in the crown of northern Maine. And we would be honored if you would please sign our guest books. I guess there's a gift shop here, I think. So I think we're going to go inside there. Cloards, Harley-Davidson, Madawaska, Caribou, Maine. Madawaska, Maine, established in 1869, founded by Acadians, fondé par les Acadiens. The most northeastern town of the United States, one of the Four Corners. But not the easternmost. Is that a swimming pool? Maybe a fountain? So here you have it, guys. Oh, and look, they've got a little fireplace over here with a swinging bench in front of it. How cool is that? So all the red ones are finishers. So very, very cool. Oops, come on, Kit. So let's go see the information center and store. Bike parking only. Oh, I should have brought a sticker over with me. Oh well. It's not looking open. Mr. Knucklehead, please do not touch. Park is under surveillance. Okay, very cool. I don't think that the store is open though. Come, Kit. Come. Kit. Hey. Hey, Mr. Sniffer. What you sniffing, Mr. Sniffer? You don't know, but you're going to go sniff over there too? Let's go this way. Come on. Come on. He's such a good boy. Yeah, that open sign does not say open. Oh, but this says open. Let's see. Yes, no? Oh, it is open. Okay. Well, the building's open, but the store is closed. Oh, they got a restroom. That's nice. Okay, I think we've seen what there is to be seen here. Alright, so that's kind of cool. With the front end of a chopper coming out of it. And hey, I did get to see a moose today, even though it was dead. Huh. And a secret little hideaway. Not quite sure what that's about. A little weird. Huh. Our country's heroes. Okay, so we're gonna go over here to next to where I parked, which is, sorry, I gotta spin around in a circle, Kit's on the wrong side. Which is right next to a Tim Hortons, and I have never been to a Tim Hortons, so we're gonna go get a cup of coffee, because it's a nice cool day. And look, all the way over there, those buildings far you can see, that's Canada. How cool is that? And here's Kit walking the line. Now he's walking that way. We're going this way, Kit. Come on. Oh, Kit has more things to smell. Okay, Kit, come on. Can you do it? Be careful. Careful. Good job now. Nope, you keep on. Shit. Sorry. Come on, Kit. I swear, no matter which hand I put the leash in, he decides to walk on the other side. It's a thing. So this is US 1. in Madawaska. And the sign in the park said northeasternmost point, but that's not really true. It's really going to be the next town, I think.
No, we don't. We have an engineer to go.
All right, we're going to drop the camera off here at the rig and go get a cup of coffee there at Tim Hortons.